Hello! Welcome back to another exciting episode of MegStories. If you're enjoying what you're watching, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. My wife cheated on me with my brother and I don't know what to do. I am married to my once wonderful wife for 2 years. We have known each other for 7 years and been together for 5. We had a happy marriage, but it hasn't been without its ups and downs like every other marriage. My brother has been living in California since he got into Stanford. After he graduated, he got a job there and he's been there ever since. He was here for a week for our mom and dad's wedding anniversary and my birthday, which fall 3 days apart. I started feeling something was wrong 2 weeks before he'd arrived. My wife had been on a work trip to LA the week before and she had told me that she met my brother. I didn't find it weird, as according to her, they just had lunch and had caught up on each other's lives, AAA, and then went their separate ways. When she got back, she felt strange. She was distant and keen on arguing over the most tiniest of things. For example, me buying a different soap than what she wanted. I apologized and ever offered to go and buy her a new bar, but she refused and said that I didn't care about her in the slightest and that I must have gone at it with 7 women in the 7 days that she was gone. She would smile and laugh while texting someone, and when I tried looking at her phone, wondering what the joke was, she'd scowl at me, calling me a freak who wanted to invade her privacy every chance I got. We were pretty pissed off at each other before the day we left to go to my parents' home. On the car ride there, we agreed to keep a show of happy cheerfulness as was expected from us by our family. We got there at around 12:30. I had to rush to the airport to pick up my brother as he landed at 1 and my parents' home was 45 minutes away from the airport. He was waiting for me at the gate. We chatted all the way home when the topic of my wife came up. He seemed suddenly a bit down, as if he was overcome with guilt. I sensed something was wrong, so I asked him. He brushed me off, and he remained cheerful the rest of the ride back. Week went as was planned. Me and my wife kept up the pretense of being cheerful while we argued in whispers at night. I knew at this point that she had cheated on me while she was gone, as I have faced that in a relationship before. Little did I know who it was with. The day of my brother's departure arrived. He had to get to the airport an hour early, so we left at around 4:30. As we were halfway there, he did that he needed to talk to me about something. He said it was about my wife. I asked him what it was. He asked me to pull over first, which I did. He told me that during the week that she was in California, they had slept together. So she was texting her all the time. It was because of him that we were having the arguments. I almost punched him in the face, but I didn't. I needed to hear more. I think he saw the red in my eyes and he said that it was just a mistake. He planned on telling me the moment he got here, but he couldn't. He loved me too much. If he loved me, he wouldn't have done this. I told him to get the fuck out of my car and find himself a cab. He was dead to me. I drove to my best friend's house. I explained everything to him and asked him if I could stay with him for the night. He said yes, and I texted my mom saying as I won't be there tonight, as a friend needed me. I think my brother told my wife that I know, as she's been bombing my phone with texts and calls. Some of the texts read, "Where are you? Come home, please. I really miss you. I need to talk to you now. Come home. I just turned off my phone and I'm writing this now." So now, I look to you strangers of Reddit. Please tell me, what do I do? Do I confront her? Do I file for divorce? Dear. Wife cheats with my brother. Brother feels guilty and tells me I don't know what to do. Now for the next story. My partner cheated on me 1.5 years ago, but she didn't tell me until a few days ago. I am so conflicted what to do. Okay, at the beginning I will try to describe the whole situation as accurately as possible, but sorry if it is chaotic. I have a lot of emotions right now. I have been with my partner for almost 4 years. The whole situation that will be discussed began 2 years ago, 2020. We were already living together then. We were both working, but an incredibly stressful time began for both of us. In February, my beloved father, with whom I had an incredibly close relationship, died as a result of an accident. It hurt me a lot, and honestly, it still hurts today. Soon after, the pandemic began to turn into a serious matter. Additionally, at the end of March, we learned that my partner's older sister is very seriously ill with cancer. As if that was not enough, as a result of lockdowns, my partner lost her job, and I received a significant reduction in salary. The prospect of landing on the pavement in a few months at the most, if things don't improve, definitely didn't help. We argued a lot then. This situation influenced us so much. In 2 months, starting from the beginning of April, when our tensions started to be really serious, we were on the verge of breaking up 3 times. Last time, it was at the beginning of June. We had a fight very badly, as never before. Honestly, I have never had such a terrible argument with anyone as I did then with her. It was the only time in my life that I destroyed a thing in rage. I smashed a few plates taken from the sink, throwing them on the floor. As to the fight ended with the partner leaving the house. She went to a female friend, or at least that's what she told me, then or rather screamed in my face. We didn't contact each other until almost a week later. She called saying she wanted to meet and talk. In the end, we cleared up things, and we both agreed that stress was having a very bad effect on us, and that was the main cause of the situation, but that we had to get through it somehow, and we wanted to get through it together. It was still hard, but not as hard as before. At the end of June, we received information that the treatment of my partner's sister brings unexpectedly good results, and despite earlier predictions, she should overcome the disease. Our financial situation also improved significantly when my partner found a job, and I was able to switch to a slightly better paid one. From that point on, things started to get back to normal. It was still not as good as before all this, but we were definitely far from the bottom. Life was good. However, literally yesterday, my partner said that we need to talk about something very important. I don't want to go into the whole conversation, but the main info was that after our worst fight, she didn't go to sleep with a female friend. She went to sleep to a male friend. And she cheated on me with him 2 times in the course of the 3 days she was there. Later, she moved to her brother, and few days later, she called me wanting to talk. She told me that she regretted it terribly, that remorse had eaten her up since then, and that she could no longer hide it. When asked why she was telling me only now, she replied that she had been so afraid that I would break up with her, and I am the most important person in her life, and that she could not imagine how she could survive the breakup, but she is no longer able to hide it. There was absolute chaos in my head. In the end, crying and shaking, I was unable to say anything more than that I was leaving the house. She tried to stop me, but I went anyway. I've lived with my friend since then, and I don't know what to do next. My partner was calling me all the time until I wrote back to her to give me space and stop contacting me for now. On the one hand, the rational part of my brain says I should forgive her. Our relationship is really good, almost perfect in every way. We've been through really hard times together. She really must regret it if she decided to tell me, even though at this point there was no risk of me finding out. She did it also under the influence of very strong emotions. On the other hand, the emotional side doesn't allow me anything. I feel so incredibly cheated, betrayed. It hurts me so much. I feel an enormous resentment towards her, and almost physical disgust. Plus, it also attracts thoughts of these bad times. I'm so lost. I don't know what to do at all. I do not even know what advice I am asking for. Just write me something, please. If you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more of it, support the channel. Feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications.